A couple of things. One is the high degree of tooling change. So, virtualization has been around now 20-something years. The tool chain to support virtual machines is very mature. Very little of that tool chain is reusable in a Kubernetes world. So there's a whole new tool chain required. Also, operationally, how you operate a virtual platform, which is quite static, is very different from how you operate a container environment, which is highly dynamic. So there's the tooling and there's the operational change that they're exposed to. And that's quite significant. So you're talking about skills and experience as a prerequisite to adoption. So the goal of Portainer is to make the platform intuitive so that an IT generalist can log in and understand what they're doing. You shouldn't have to be a Kubernetes expert to use Kubernetes. And so we're working very hard inside our UI to guide people on the right path, to take away some dangerous options, to put people down a deployment path and configuration path that's safe and secure out of the box. So trying to make it intuitive, not simple, intuitive. So easy to follow, easy to understand for an IT generalist. So if you think about Kubernetes or Docker in the data center, then you can tolerate small outages of your application. If an application fails on a node, the application can be rescheduled. It'll be rescheduled in a few seconds, and that's often an acceptable timeout. There's retry timers and things. That's okay, right? It's normal to say, well, the application's gone down, but it's up again. It's fine. In a factory environment, when the software might be running machinery, downtime might cause a 3D printer to stop printing, which will then harden liquefied plastic in the nozzle, requiring hundreds of thousands of maintenance to repair it. You can't safely assume an application being rescheduled is acceptable downtime. No such thing. So in a factory, you have to say, how do we have the application never go down? And so how do you have now multiple copies of the application running at all times, as opposed to it can recover easily? It's something. So we've got our new solo Kubernetes distro. That's Kubernetes running in 200 meg of RAM. That's designed for the far edge, so think about IoT, industrial type use cases, but also dev laptops. It's quite useful in dev laptops. In the main Portainer product, we're really focused on policy-based management. So being able to define a policy, say an RBAC policy, security policy, a control or governance policy, and then push that policy out to hundreds of thousands of clusters and ensure that policy is always running in operation. So we're really focused on centralized management of fleets of environments as opposed to managing one environment. Rapid adoption, we have a pretty good organic growth because we're removing skills as a prerequisite to adoption. Organizations can get started with containers and rapidly accelerate their actual life, the life cycle of containers, more so than if they have to spend months and months learning the technology. So they can spend more time on getting their applications running than building a platform to support that application. So what we see is rapidly accelerating time to value for customers. Rapid adoption. So Kubernetes, whilst it's now very, very popular and its adoption is accelerating, it's still very much not the mainstream way of delivering every enterprise application. If you walk into an enterprise and say, what percentage of applications running Kubernetes? 5-10%, maybe. So I'm looking forward to the hockey stick of adoption, where Kubernetes becomes everywhere. It's running every ERP system, every system of record, every system of innovation. Once Kubernetes hits that 50, 60, 70% adoption for all applications, then it's everywhere, and it's pervasive.